Well, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and if you're lucky enough to be doing it too, I'm Bushka on Blitz, and we're here today to talk about pressure. Oh, my dearie me. It's a Patreon-sponsored post. If you haven't thought about sponsoring the channel, please do. I am trying to do this on a full-time basis. And if you like the content, and you seem to like the content, because we're up to nearly 15,500 subs, then consider sponsoring via Patreon. If not, stick around, other people will, and hopefully we get enough going that I can do this forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Anyway, pressure. This is the SU-152. And today I'm going to show you a couple of games. One where I absolutely lose it. We'll talk about that more as we go forward. We talked about processes earlier in the week as a tactical thing. And it can be very, very difficult to remember and work through processes. And I find it's generally important to do, because what you're doing when you're sticking to a process rather than desperately trying to create a result is you're doing the right things, and then you let the result take care of itself. And it's something that is so, ingrained in things like sport that you try and apply those same lessons to everything, and it tends to work pretty well. Become process oriented. A lot of people will tell you that. The problem is, obviously, doing the right thing's easy when you're just sitting there with no pressure on you. When the world starts caving in, that's when constant repetition and doing the right thing enough times will actually get you across the line. And so you've got to ingrain those processes. And the only way you do that is by playing a lot. But even then, when you've played 30,000 battles like I have on my main account, and probably another couple of thousand on my exhibition account, there are things that really matter to you. And when you start trying to get those things, that's when you start losing games. And you start putting yourself in positions where maybe you're not doing the right thing. For instance, if you were going to get a mastery badge on a tank that you've loved and driven a whole heap of times, and you've never, ever got the mastery badge on it, that could put you off your game. That's not the case on this game. This is just a game that I've got rolling to illustrate how doing the right thing will pay its own dividends. As in, you're in a big derpy tank, you've got a big derpy gun, you're just going to let people come to you, and then you're going to unleash Hell Maximus, which is how you should be doing it. This is the E50M. I play the E50M pretty well. Not to blow my own horn, but I know what I'm doing. And generally, I've come in here because they've got 4 mediums, and the last thing I want to do is get stuck out there fighting 4 mediums on my own. And our other medium came in as well. So, hats off to us. We've now got our whole force concentrated in one area. Now, pressure is a funny thing, and you'll be able to spot exactly when the pressure kicks in for me in this game, because I've never mastered the E50M, and I'm running an exhibition account, and on the exhibition account, it has odd ammo loadouts, and as you can see here, I've got 16 APCR. I've also got 16 heat. I've also got 16 high explosive, because I'm an idiot and I didn't change the ammo loadout. Now I'm playing pretty sensibly at the moment. I've put this building, so I'm reverse side scraping for anyone who comes up behind me, and I'm in a really nice strong tank, and that Leopard PTA is not going to be able to penetrate me easily just by rolling out. I'm holding my position, the guys behind me can't shoot me, I'm being thoughtful, I'm looking at the radar, I'm being, in all way, shape and form, a fairly intelligent player. I rotate to the tank that is the biggest issue there, the E50M, the E50 in front of me rather, and I put shots into him. Now, remember how I talked about the ammo loadout? At some point in the very near future, after doing quite a large amount of damage, I am going to find that I don't have any APCR left. and I'm going to realise that I've done quite a large amount of damage. And that I'm, despite the fact that I'm doing exceptionally well and look like cruising to an easy victory, rigor mortis is going to set in, and you're going to see the difference. Look at me playing at the moment. Very fluid, constantly angling my tank correctly, not missing many shots, and this is where repetition comes in. And not so much having ice blood in your veins, but being able to ignore and just focus on being process oriented with your gaming, because you've done it enough times and you're a good player. And there we go. We've knocked another one on the head, and we've more or less just smashed them over here. We're angling well. We're not giving this 62A anything at all. Just catching shots on tracks, bouncing shots, really playing solid, absolutely fantastic. Another track. Missed one there, but that's fine. We've got him covered. Side scraping off here, bouncing again. Oh, we've run out of APCR. Watch the difference in my gameplay now. And I find this fascinating to watch from someone, I don't have any APCR. I must have done a lot of damage. Oh my God, I could get a mastery in the E50M. I've never had a mastery in the E50M in 30 odd thousand games. I'm just going to panic. I'm just going to come out sideways. I just want this T62A to be dead. Look at me. It is incredible that after so much time and so much, I mean, excuse me, still got this cough. I look at this game and there's an IS-7 up here, and the Jagdpanzer 100 is a very good player on our team. And I have got heat loaded, and I'm just going to rush. I'm desperate. I'm now hit adrenaline. Oh my good God. The IS-7 is going to turn his back to me. I'm going to miss another one. This is pressure, guys. This is absolutely why you practice to be process-oriented, because it's all well and good when it doesn't matter. And I think that's one of the reasons why lately, especially, I've had so many 5K to 6K games where, and I didn't get the mastery badge after all anyway. Hopeless. But did you see the difference between when I didn't really care about the result and when I started caring about the result? And I think the lesson there is that you have to play the same way, and you have to be able to shut it down and just play the game that's in front of you. It's all about being process oriented. It really is. And I mean, I'm harping on about it because you saw what happened as soon as I went away from being a little bit of a mindless robot and just doing things the right way and angling correctly and automatically going back to the right spot because I've done it so many times in my gameplay. As soon as I went outside the circle and looked at myself and looked at the leaderboard, I lost all perspective and I started trying to make things happen. You have to be dispassionate about it. You can play and have fun and enjoy it. But if you really, really want to rack it up and you want to win a lot, you need to make sure that whenever possible, you're just doing things the right way and it becomes habit forming. Because when you really get stuck in and you end up in the worst possible situations, it's those habits that will actually save you. And we're going to see one of them here in a little bit. I'm running with Rich. The sound's gone on this video. I don't know why. It's completely out of sync and it's just annoying, so I've turned it off. Rich like an MP. And I know I've got one shot left here before I'm spotted. Now, there's a Jagdpanzer 100 and a Tort also camping. So I've pushed down here. We've got myself and a Tort on my left. The guys on our right just got completely rolled. And there's an Object 140 up there that everyone starts having a go at. And I'm not sure why, but they do. I can't see. I don't know what's going on. I think he was just faffing about. Things don't look that great here. We're 2 tanks down. The grill is a fantastic weapon, though. It really is. And with this kind of mobility and this kind of gun, you can make things happen. The key with a tank like this is resetting your camo as often as possible and playing really solidly positional play-wise. you don't ever want to just YOLO out for a shot. You want to always be in cover. When you're not in cover, you want to be firing. And then as soon as you have fired, you pull back. And you're going to see a good habit here. I see an A100, I see a tortoise. I don't try and take the shot. I immediately pull back. Now, the shot was on offer, but I would have got creamed for the sake of it. And I'm conserving my hit points as well till I have to use them. We're down to 3 on 4. The Jagdpanzer E100 at the top has had that 140 buckled up for quite some time. We've done a reasonable amount of damage, but I'm just looking there, letting the binoculars take hold, seeing if that tortoise pops his head back up, and he doesn't. I've saved my hit points. There's the E100. He panics. I wait, let the reticle go down, take the shot, and then I push out on the 54. Old habits in this tank are what saves me here. I don't rush the 54. I actually pull away from him. And he's trying to reverse around me, which is a huge error because the grill's good enough to actually not get caught like that. It's fast enough traverse-wise and has enough straight line speed that you're not going to get smashed doing that. Now, I've saved my hit points, so I know I can take one from the tort if I want to make a dash. And I don't seem to have much faith in that 140 up there. Everyone's asking him to go. The Jagdpanzer E100 fired a shot, killed someone, and he never moved up. That's where the issue is. And you're going to see here, this is just absolutely what I'm talking about. When you do things enough, when you create a solid process, that's when you really start reaping the benefits. Now, the tort is not here. I know he's pretty slow. I can see him down there at the very back left. I spotted him on the way up. I've got plenty of time. I am simply going to put a shot in there, and that's made him a one shot. And I'm now going to jerk a shot out of him. And you'll see me do it very quickly. Backwards and then forwards. He tries to hit, misses. We've got all the time in the world. And we take it, get the kill, move forward. And then we've got 2 minutes on the clock. You guys have seen enough of my videos to know exactly what I'm going to do here. I'm going to wait for them to be stupid and make an error, which is the sensible way of doing things. The tort has good DPM, but I want to make this a peek-a-boom fight. Because if it's a peek-a-boom fight, I can certainly win this. We've got 4 kills at the moment, and we've played it pretty solid. Rich, unfortunately, was in the IS-4, and he just got flanked hard. They had plenty of tanks up the top, and just the guys up the top got smashed. So we're looking up here. The torch should be coming from over here. There we go. There's our first, and then we just make it a peek-a-boom fest. And there we go. Back it up. And now we're just going to trade shots. There's a slim outside chance, I guess, he could use HE, but there's our kill shot. Look at the difference between those two games. I've played so many games and I just don't care that much. There's no real pressure when you're playing because there is no real stakes. It's one of the reasons I love jumping in a training room because I just YOLO like an idiot and I don't have to worry too much. But when you're playing for keeps and when something really matters for you, that's when you'll see your true game come out. And you've got to work hard to make sure that you get the right processes and the right discipline in there. Do it the right time or the right way all the time, because then in situations like that, with the grill, it'll come through and you'll do it automatically. And you'll be able to be dispassionate and look at the map and read the map correctly and take into account that the tort's very slow and that the Jagdpanzer 100 is not in a great position to put shots and return shots. Those are the kind of things that will automatically come to you. The more you play, the more you pay attention, the more often you actually analyse your gameplay. And if you want to get better in this game, record yourself. Whether you use air shower or you stream to your laptop, when you watch your own gameplay, you'll see things that you just do not see in the game. It's like, I thought I had a fairly good game in that E50M game. And I could see, as soon as I realised that I had no APCR left, that it all just went to hell in a handbasket. And that was fantastic for me to see that, because it really emphasised to me that I need to stay focused and on the job, and to not hope for someone else to save me. You've got to be able to save yourself. Anyway, I'm Bushka on Blitz. You're bloody lovely. This is a Patreon-sponsored post. If you consider sponsoring the channel, the Patreons are fantastic. They keep this rolling, basically. Without them, this thing would not exist right now. The channel would be dust in the wind. And I hope that that's not the case, because the longer and the more volume we get through the door on Patreon, and the more sponsors we get, the bigger the community we build. There's actually a really great bunch of guys and girls in the Telegram chat channel, and the more likely we are for these
enemy vehicle knocked out.
I hope you like to keep watching the videos. But whatever the case may be, thank you for being passionate about the game that I love and passionate about. Look after yourselves and your families, and stay safe out there on the battlefield.